Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about macros. So the problem we identified in the last video was that this was a pain to type out. So instead of doing this ourselves, we want a macro that'll do it for us. Now we've looked at these, which are kind of macros, they're attributes. We've also talked about, have we done that? I don't think we have done derived macros. There are a few different types of macros in Rust, but today we're going to be talking about these kinds of macros. And we've already seen them when we had panic here and the print line here. So when you call them, you use an exclamation point. So first we need to give it a name. We're going to call ours command context message. And that just creates it's going to create a function for us with a context parameter and a message parameter. Next thing we need to do is give the user a way to type in the name of the command. Now, we're going to use an identifier for the name. Now, types in macros work a bit differently. Here's a list of all of them. Items, blocks, statements, patterns, expressions, types, identifiers, which is what we're using for the name, path, token, meta, lifetime, visibility, literal. So the next thing we need to do is, what we really want is to do something like command context message, then just type in some code, message.channel id.say hello, and then that would be all we'd have to do. But, oh, and then we'd also need a name there, so like hello. But then the problem comes when we have like another one, so let x equal I. So we need some repetition. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna do this. So basically anything that's within the parentheses is going to be repeated constantly. So create a new, we'll call it line, and these are statements. And okay, so what it's going to do is create a command, and it's going to make a function with that name, and the function is going to have these parameters. It's going to return a command result. And then, now we need this line to show up for every instance of it. So what we do is do line, dollar sign line. It should be everything, of course, until you actually call it and get problems. So if we move this over to the other scope, would it work? Let's see. Cannot find that macro. Yeah, so exports with macros are a bit weird. So what we can do here is macro export. And that'll export this macro to the very top of the crate. And then we just need to import it. Use crate, command, context, message, and there it is. Of course, you have to return the value. So debugging macros is also very difficult. And we still have an error. This function takes two parameters, but one parameter. Oh, I think it's referring to context.htcp. So yeah, like I said, debugging these is very difficult. But if we compile it, oh, sure, let's add it as an emoji command since we're here, even though it's not an emoji. So if we cargo run, and all right, so hello, hello. So it converted this into a command for us. Okay, so that was nice, but what I really want to do now is convert all these into macros. Okay, we don't want to reuse code. Now you'll notice that all of these have an OK at the end. But since we're using a macro, we can just put that here, and then we don't need to worry about it. So let me give me some time while I convert them. Okay, so now that that's done, I can show you that all the emoji commands are converted. Most of the general commands are converted, and the one admin command is converted. So let's run it. Go run. Add a file in. Paris is ready. Bird. Get a bird. Everyone. Get everyone. Ping. Pong. Okay. Oh, and emoji still gives us a bird, and onion still does that. Okay. So that's nice, but what about this command? So now we need another command because need another macro because the arguments aren't there. So luckily, it's not too bad. We do have to do a bit of copying and pasting. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to come up with a better way of doing this. But args, get args is, yep. So now save that, we import it. And we can convert this, so command, context, message, say. Now we need to get a statement, so this will be our statement. Now it's giving an error because we have multiple of the commands with the same name. And now we're good. We're good. Oh, that's why we have an error. So now if we save it, it works. Okay. Cargo run, and I probably don't need to check this, but for you guys, I will. Paris is ready. Say hello. Hello, guys. All right. So that was brief introduction to macros. I think we have a bit more to do with command macros, but then I want to go into, I think it's sharding. So, yeah, cool.